I like what's the guy from Japan?
Inoue?
Yeah.
Do you foresee potentially at some day you guys meeting together, maybe at a catchweight, or maybe if he keeps going up in weight?
Probably.
Yeah.
That would be like a fun fight.
Crazy.
Yeah, that would be a fun fight. Now that would be technical.
I was wavering a little bit, but I now consider after having watched that in its entirety, you're looking at a generational talent.
But Inoue is just on another level, dude. He is. I'm sorry to tell you guys that.
Boxing pros have revealed their picks for the Naoya Inoue versus Joon Kim fight. The highly anticipated showdown between Naoya Inoue and Sam Goodman has been scrapped once again, this time possibly for good. Goodman, plagued by misfortune, suffered yet another injury to the same eye that forced the postponement of their originally scheduled December 24th bout against the unified super bantamweight champion. Goodman is facing a crushing setback, with reports suggesting he may require plastic surgery and could be sidelined for up to 6 months. However, Inoue isn't waiting around. He's pressing forward. Determined to keep the January 24th fight date intact, the monster has set his sights on a new last-minute challenger. Enter South Korea's Joon Kim, who has just 13 days to prepare. The 32-year-old from Seoul, known as Pacquiao, boasts a resilient record of February 2nd, 21, with 13 KOs and has never been stopped. Riding a 2-fight win streak, Kim last stepped into the ring this past May.
Hi there, welcome to Boxing Media Hub. So the replacement for Sam Goodman to face Naoya Inoue has been named as Joon Kim. Don't know much about the fella, but he replaces Goodman on the 24th of January from the Ariake in Tokyo, Japan. Who wins and how?
Ranked number 11 by the WBO and thus eligible for a title shot, Kim remains unranked by the other 3 major sanctioning bodies. Nevertheless, reports confirm that Inoue will put all 4 of his 122-pound titles on the line in their upcoming clash. For Kim, this represents a massive leap in competition. He has never faced anyone even close to Inoue's level, let alone someone as exceptional as the undefeated 28-0 champion. Now, with a striking nickname and a golden opportunity, Kim steps into the ring with little to lose and everything to gain. Kim's unpredictability could make him a real threat. He might just throw caution to the wind and come out swinging. While Inoue is the clear favorite or close to it, credit is due to Kim for stepping up to keep the fight alive. As for Inoue, he'll be hunting for another knockout, and odds are he'll find it. No one can predict how fierce Kim will be in the fight or how long he'll last. Meanwhile, the ever-disciplined 31-year-old Inoue now has a few days to dissect every available clip of Kim, sharpening his strategy with the precision of a true professional. Kim enters the ring as a massive 18-over-1 underdog, determined to defy the odds against Inoue. With history on the line, he aims to stun the boxing world and become the first male South Korean world champion since Chi In-jin claimed the WBC featherweight title by outpointing Rodolfo Lopez in 2006. Kim has showcased his knockout power in his last 6 victories. However, that impressive streak was briefly interrupted by a majority decision loss to Rob Diesel. Kim seems convinced that his best shot at being the first to conquer the monster lies in a firefight, hinting that his power is being underestimated, a notion he made clear upon landing in Japan. He said, "I don't think Inoue has ever faced a fighter like me before. I can imagine what he's thinking right now, but I want to say that he's completely wrong. I think he will understand what I'm saying when we get in the ring." And we exchange punches for the first time. The 32-year-old contender has openly shared his belief that his fighting style thrives when facing Japanese competitors, stating during a recent open workout in Seoul that Japanese opponents have always been the simplest for him. The former IBF Asia Super Bantamweight champion's undefeated record of 7-0 against opponents from Inoue's homeland supports the theory. Despite the significant step up in competition compared to those he has previously faced, Kim is confident that he is more prepared to take on Inoue than anyone else. He said, "I've been studying him for a long time and I practice as if I'm going to face him. All my practice and all my fighting patterns are based on fighting Inoue." The Inoue-Kim showdown is set for Friday, January 24th at the Ariake Arena in Tokyo. Defending champion Inoue aims for his 24th straight victory in a world title bout, with fans anticipating a smooth and effortless performance. Meanwhile, Naoya Inoue will once again be in the spotlight alongside welterweight prodigy Jin Sasaki. Sasaki's final bout, a technical knockout of Camille Bala in the 7th round, was featured on the ESPN Plus broadcast of Inoue's triumph over TJ Doheny in September. According to Top Rank, which co-promotes Inoue, Sasaki will appear in the co-feature bout against Shoki Sakai. Sasaki, a 23-year-old fighter hailing from Tokyo, boasts a record of 18 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw, with 17 of his victories coming by knockout. His only defeat occurred in October 2021, when Andy Hiraoka stopped him in the 11th round. Since then, Sasaki has rebounded with an undefeated streak of 7 wins and 1 draw. Currently, he holds the number 3 ranking with both the IBF and WBO, and is ranked number 4 by the WBA and WBC. Sakai, a 34-year-old fighter hailing from Yokohama, holds an unranked record of 29 wins, 14 losses, and 3 draws, with 15 of those victories coming by knockout. His most recent bout took place in May, where he suffered a narrow split decision loss to Ryota Toyoshima, who boasts a record of March 1st, 18. Sakai's career also features setbacks to notable opponents, including decision defeats to Alexis Rocha and Gore Yuritsian in 2019. Meanwhile, the main concern among fans, apart from not recognizing Kim's name, is how he's been granted a shot at Inoue's 3 world titles in the super bantamweight division, despite being unranked by any of the 4 major sanctioning bodies. Aside from that, Joon Kim stands as a solid alternative to Naoya's initially criticized choice, Sam Goodman. Inoue's camp has opted for a Rocky-esque approach, selecting an unranked challenger, someone virtually unknown to most, and thrusting him into the limelight to vie for 3 world titles. This would be more acceptable if it were a non-title bout with none of Inoue's belts on the line. Instead, Team Monster has picked a no-name contender to fill the spot. While it may benefit Kim and Naoya, it's a letdown for the fans. Permitting a non-contender to compete for 3 world titles is both discouraging and deeply unjust to fans and the top 15 challengers who have patiently awaited their opportunity to face the Japanese champion. Boxing enthusiasts showed little interest in a matchup between Inoue and Goodman, dismissing it as a predictable mismatch for the Japanese phenom. The Australian, known for his finesse but lacking knockout power, was seen as easy prey for Naoya. Goodman appears to be a true prospect when compared to his replacement opponent, Joon Kim, who suffered a loss to journeyman Sam Diesel in an 8-round majority decision on April 15, 2023. Naoya Inoue enters the ring as a massive -4,000 favorite against Joon Kim, who stands at +1,500 in their highly anticipated super bantamweight title fight. The odds for Inoue versus Kim are once again heavily skewed, signaling that Monster is likely headed for another dominant title defense. Let's dive into the Inoue versus Goodman odds and see if there's any hidden value. Perhaps we can uncover a long-shot pick to make betting on this bout more exciting. Inoue is constantly on the move, proudly asserting himself as one of boxing's most active champions. With his 4th title defense set for January, he's already conquered TJ Doheny and is steadily dominating the super bantamweight division. Inoue's approach to boxing is defined by constant forward momentum, immaculate footwork, and a versatile punch selection. He masters the art of controlling distance, enabling him to land crushing blows while avoiding counters. His skillful execution of body punches has earned him multiple knockouts, as he frequently employs feints or headshots to draw his opponent's guard upward, opening up pathways for strikes to the torso.
2階級で4団体かかった試合だから、まあ気持ち的にはいつもと変わらず自分の最高のパフォーマンスができる試合をしたい。偉業をこの2階級で4団体統一の偉業を成し遂げたいとか、ベルトを4つ取りたいとか、そこじゃないんですよね。だから自分がどれだけ強い姿を見せれるか、どれだけのパフォーマンスを見せれるか、戦いたいってところなんですよ。
That power will culminate in a perfectly executed knockout against Kim, the newest addition to his list of defeated foes. While the resilient Korean might offer more resistance than previous challengers, it won't be enough to take down the reigning champion. Kim's profile remains somewhat mysterious. Currently ranked number 11 by the WBO, he made his comeback in 2022 after a 3-year hiatus, compiling a 3-1 record since then. While a few training clips show glimpses of respectable hand speed and solid defense, there's little evidence to indicate he stands much of a chance against Inoue. The Japanese boxing great is on a huge hot streak, and Inoue is now the hardest fighter in the sport. Avoid squandering time on an underdog wager. In the middle to late stages, rounds 6 to 8, Naoya Inoue prevails by stoppage. Before the final bell rings, Inoue's strength and accuracy will probably overcome the Korean. As the sport entered 2025, Naoya Inoue is determined to pursue the most thrilling and high-stakes matchups available. Inoue has triumphed over 9 straight challengers since his 2019 Fight of the Year battle with Nonito Donaire, a bout that went the full distance. This past May, after being floored in the first round by a punch from Mexico's Luis Neri, Inoue stormed back to claim a 6th-round TKO victory before an electric crowd at the Tokyo Dome. Inoue shook off a sluggish start and turned the tide, dismantling Australia's TJ Doheny with a relentless barrage of body shots that sealed the victory in the 7th round of their September clash.
Yeah, mate, TJ was a great performance from TJ, and yeah, it caused Inoue a few problems at times, and picked up a few rounds, which not many people can do. So, yeah, I thought it was a great performance from TJ, and I knew he still showed his class. I think he was going to come home strong, but it was an incredible effort, and a shame that his body gave out on him.
Boxing Scene inquired whether Inoue believes he is progressing with every fight, probing if he drives himself by being his toughest critic, or if he has reached contentment with his standing in the boxing world. Inoue said, "I'm getting at controlling my emotions during the fight. I motivate myself by saying, I will perform better than the fans' expectations." Nearly every day, Inoue's global reach grows. He signed a nearly $20 million sponsorship and branding agreement with Saudi Arabia's Riyadh season head, Turki Al Sheikh, last month. Bob Arum, Inoue's American promoter with Top Rank, previously shared with Boxing Scene his desire to stage a major April showdown in Las Vegas, pitting the Japanese star against the undefeated WBC bantamweight champion, Junto Nakatani, who boasts a perfect record of 29-0 with 22 KOs. The many featherweight champions who are urging Inoue to advance and compete for a 5th division title could also be amused. On those topics, he said, "In the US or Japan, I'll welcome any Zupper fight. I haven't decided on when I'll be moving up in weight." Asked which fighter he wants to most get in the ring with, Inoue said, "I don't have any one particular fighter in mind. After I get past each fight, I'm sure the best opponent for me will appear."
That's wild.
Hey, look up this young fighter called the Monster. You ever hear Monster?
No.
Japanese fighter called Monster. This is a monster.
Crazy dude.
Yeah, let's check him out, man. Ikuki, what's his name?
This guy, Naoya.
Yeah, let's look at some of his fights. He's a mean fella.
Where's he fight?
He's a Japanese, 118 pounds. But wow, he was like 108.
Boxing?
He's a mean son of a bitch. Oh yeah, you gotta see this bad motherfucker. He don't look like much. He's better than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was little like that. Just as good.
He looks like a fucking pop star.
Oh, wait till he get on these.
The most efficient hunting machine in all of boxing.
He's vicious. The Monster.
Oof.
That's a badass guy he beat too. Broke him down. Ooh.
118?
Yeah, 118
who the hell
pounds.
fights in that division?
Bantamweights.
Yeah, but who?
Some bad motherfuckers. Yeah, some killers. Ooh, break him. Ooh, the Monster. He beat him so easy.
Oh, I love it.
The Monster.
It's a good piece, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it gave me goosebumps.
Fucking Monster. He's a mean little
Crawford's recent victory in a high-profile welterweight showdown is significant because it places him in the storied legacy of past welterweight champions. Anybody who wins a showdown in the welterweight division is definitely going to climb close to the top of the pound-for-pound list. Crawford's win is particularly important because the welterweight division has historically been one of the most competitive in boxing. By winning a major showdown in this weight class, Crawford has solidified his place among the elite. Jones gives Crawford the nod as the current pound-for-pound king due to his consistent dominance and his willingness to take on tough opponents, something that Inoue has yet to experience due to the limitations of his weight class. Roy Jones Jr.'s analysis of the current state of boxing provides a nuanced perspective on the sport's top fighters and their positions in the pound-for-pound rankings. Canelo Alvarez remains the face of boxing, thanks to his fan base and commercial power, while Naoya Inoue is a rising star with the potential to dominate if he can find the right opponents to challenge.
There's another tornado brewing over there in the name of Inoue. He just won. That is a bad dude, you hear me? Say what you want, I know he way over there in Japan or whatever he is, but that is a bad dude. You understand me? They don't give him the credit because we don't see him that much. That dude right there.
Meanwhile, Terence Crawford has firmly established himself as the top fighter in the sport today due to his impressive performances in the welterweight division. For boxing fans, the future looks bright. with exciting matchups and challenges on the horizon. However, the sport will continue to grapple with the issue of defining what it truly means to be the face of boxing, and how legacy is built in a sport where competition, timing, and recognition all play pivotal roles.
Sure.
Yeah, international.
Yeah. And in this country, you got Canelo, you got Bud, because Bud takes on all of them. And he just won the big showdown fight at the welterweight division, which is what Tamron Harris and Sugar Ray Leonard left off at.
Right.
So, I mean, that's never going to be forgot. So anybody wins a showdown in the welterweight division, you definitely want close to the top of the pound for pound with this.
Yeah.
And he just did that. So he's number 1 pound for pound.
Similarly, Sean Porter's commentary on Naoya Inoue reflects a deep respect for the Japanese boxer's confidence, skill, and maturity in the ring. Porter, a former welterweight champion, emphasized just how impressive it is that Inoue is showcasing his brilliance at the highest level so early in his career. His words speak to both the technical prowess and mental fortitude required to reach the pinnacle of boxing. Porter's remark highlights Inoue's ability to perform at the highest levels of boxing while displaying exceptional skill. Inoue's actions inside the ring have garnered attention not just because of his knockout power, but also because of his awareness and control over the fight. As Porter points out, this kind of dominance and finesse is usually reserved for when an opponent is already showing signs of wear and tear. However, Inoue executes his game plan with surgical precision from the start, showcasing not only his technical ability but his mental preparedness. Inoue has consistently demonstrated that he doesn't wait for his opponent to break down or show signs of weakness before making his move. Instead, he takes control of the fight early, which is a sign of a fighter who understands exactly what needs to be done to win. Porter acknowledges this mental clarity and confidence, remarking on how rare it is to see such confidence from a fighter so early in their career, especially when they're facing world-class opposition. The key takeaway from Porter's comment is his admiration for Inoue's unwavering confidence. This speaks to Inoue's mental strength, which is just as important as his physical capabilities in the ring. Inoue doesn't just rely on his punches, he understands his opponent, the flow of the fight, and his own strengths in a way that allows him to make precise decisions in real time. This level of self-assurance is rare, even among the elite, and is what sets Inoue apart from many other top fighters.
Now you know you're a bad boy.
Yep.
When you at the top of the, when you at the tippy top and you pulling that kind of stuff out this early, usually you want to know your opponent is broken down before you do those kind of those things. And I was like, yo, my man's confident. He know exactly what he's designed to do, and he's doing it.
Inoue's ability to execute his strategy early and decisively is an indication of his purpose as a fighter. He's not just in the ring to compete, he's in the ring to dominate and establish his legacy. Porter's words reflect an understanding that Inoue has a clear vision for what he wants to accomplish and the skill to make it happen, even when facing tough opponents. Inoue's ability to dictate the pace of a fight, make his move early, and avoid unnecessary risks shows an astute boxing IQ. This combination of confidence, purpose, and execution is what makes Inoue such a formidable force in boxing. While many fighters may need time to settle into a fight, Inoue's ability to immediately implement his game plan and make his opponent feel his presence from the first bell speaks volumes about his skill and mental fortitude. Even boxing legends, those who've endured the toughest battles and understand the grind of success, can't help but sing his praises. So what makes Inoue such a terrifying presence in the ring? It's not just his technical skill, it's the full package. He combines raw power, lightning speed, strategic intelligence, and unshakable mental toughness, making him a force that's nearly impossible to beat. Then, there's the psychological aspect. Opponents know they're not just facing a fighter, they're up against a monster. The real question is, can anyone stop the monster? Right now, it seems like no one has the ability to do so. He isn't merely defeating his opponents, he's making it look effortless. Even the top contenders in his weight division appear as underdogs when facing him. Naoya Inoue isn't just an exceptional fighter, he's a generational talent reshaping the standard of dominance in boxing. Like Pacquiao at his peak, Inoue is a dynamo in the ring. His lightning-fast combinations and devastating power leave opponents stunned and fans on the edge of their seats. While Pacquiao's charm went beyond his fighting ability, his relatability, humility, and approachability set him apart. Experts see these same qualities in Inoue, positioning him not just as a boxing superstar but also as a potential global ambassador for the sport. Pacquiao brought the world together with his fighting spirit, and while Inoue is already a national hero in Japan, his electrifying performances and expanding fanbase in the US suggest he's on a similar path. Inoue's potential to follow in Pacquiao's footsteps isn't just about his boxing prowess, it's about his ability to connect with fans around the world. He's a rare combination of explosiveness, strategy, and entertainment. He doesn't just win fights, he dominates them in jaw-dropping fashion. Watching Inoue is an experience, not just a match. Outside the ring, Inoue mirrors Pacquiao's humility. Despite his dominance, he remains grounded and respectful, making him a role model for aspiring fighters and a beloved figure to fans. Historically, breaking into the US market has been a significant challenge for international fighters, but Inoue's thrilling performances have already earned him recognition in America. Inoue's style and persona resonate globally. It's not just about reaching the top, it's about maintaining that spot. Inoue has proven himself capable of dominating multiple weight classes, much like Pacquiao did over his legendary career.
Just explain kind of...
When a boxing icon like Manny Pacquiao, an 8-division world champion and one of the sport's greatest, praises a fighter, the world takes notice. In a recent interview with former super middleweight champion Carl Froch, Pacquiao called Inoue an amazing fighter, expressing hope for his success across multiple weight divisions. Froch asked Pacquiao if he still followed boxing after his retirement, to which Pacquiao, known for his deep passion for the sport, confirmed that his love for boxing remains undiminished. Despite stepping away from competition, Pacquiao's bond with the sport is unbreakable. He continues to be a fan, a mentor, and an inspiration to fighters around the world. When Froch inquired about Pacquiao's favorite active fighter, the Filipino icon wasted no time in naming Naoya Inoue, commending his skill and potential. Given Pacquiao's unparalleled experience and deep understanding of what it takes to succeed at the highest level, these words carry immense weight.
Boxing now, you're still into it. Do you enjoy watching boxing?
Yeah, because, boxing is my passion, so that's why I'm enjoying watching boxing.
Do you have a favorite fighter now that's active?
Right now, Asian, like Naoya
Inoue, amazing fighter.
Yeah, he's a good fighter, and I hope that he will accomplish in different weight division also.
Yeah, he probably will. Such a quality fighter.
So, that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos.